Hey guys, in this video I wanted to do a quick comparison of some of my budget long range mini flashlights, so ones that you can easily fit in your pocket and are very affordable as well. I've picked out my top 5 favorite ones so that we can talk about them and mainly just show you the beam shots of how they look like. But I'll give you a quick little rundown of what we're going to be looking at today. So the Wuben L50, okay, this is light with a P9 Osram P9 LED. They're very easy to get online through Amazon and a few other websites. You've got the Wurkkos FC12, another classic, one of my favorite budget flashlights available that just provides so much value. I mean, throws a significant distance as well with that SFT40 in there. It's got a tactical switch on the end, full tactical functionality, especially very impressive for an entry-level flashlight. Convoy S2 Plus, okay, with an SFT40 emitter in there. So, you know, it is one of my favorite hosts out there, and especially if you're just getting into flashlights, you're not going to find any better value than something like that in the aluminium, of course. And this one here, the Wurkkos TD02, newcomer to the scene. It's a TIR lens flashlight here, tactical-like functionality. It's just about as small as the Convoy S2 Plus. And over here, you've got the Sofern SC18. Now, both of these, the TD02 and the Sofern SC18, they actually, if you look at them, they actually have very similar kind of lenses and LEDs. Okay, so your SC18 and TD02 bezels and the LEDs are, I'll say they're pretty much identical SST40s with the same lens in there. So I'm interested to see how both of these actually hold up, whether they're quite similar to each other in terms of the beam profiles next to each other. So SC18, this thing is tiny, but again, the difference is that it's small because it doesn't have a tail switch, so it makes it easy to kind of press this button accidentally. It does have a lock feature. You can unscrew the bottom of the light as well. Okay, all these other lights have tail switch access. Okay, the cool thing with the FC12 is that it also has a side switch so that you can change the modes, access some additional modes using that light switch as well, customize the UI a little bit. With these three here on the left as well, you've got smooth reflectors, okay, no TIR lenses in there. So these, I believe, are going to throw significantly further than these two. I find with TIR lenses for significant throw, they just need to be a lot larger. Otherwise, reflectors just give you that extra range at this sort of size. Okay, the LD50 does have tactical-like functionality. Okay, but it reminds me very similar to the TD02, where it's kind of, you switch the light on and then you have to switch modes, but it doesn't have any momentary mode stacked in there, whereas the FC12, you have yourself a proper momentary mode where you hold that button down halfway. Okay, but let's have a look, see how they perform in the beam shots. And remember, if you have any questions, I'm just going over this very generally, but if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you. All right, so I'm going to compare a bunch of these long range small budget flashlights. Okay, so let's start off. I'm starting off with the LD50. Okay, this is Wuben LD50. Look at that, just cycling through the modes. That's the highest mode there. That's got the P9 Osram P9 emitter inside, and very nice sort of beam. I mean, you basically got a defined hotspot, good amount of spill, but the spill is very, yeah, it's kind of in that circular pattern and only up ahead in the distance. There's not really much spill close to where I'm walking, so wouldn't make the best walking light, but as a general purpose light, pretty decent. And it can spot long distance wise. Also doesn't get too hot. Okay. Coming up next, I've got the Sofern SC18, and this is one of my favorite little pocket rockets. Look at that thing. It's a surprisingly strong thrower for such a little flashlight. Look at that. And holds its brightness for a significant period of time as well. Ramps down the least out of most of my Sofern flashlights, except for the ones with Anduril, where you can program them to step down at 60 degrees Celsius. Okay. Easily reaching the end of that field. The palm of your hand. Little light that you can fit in your coin pocket. Look at that. Got the Wurkkos FC12 now, and this one is a very strong thrower for a little pocketable light, tactical flashlight, and one of my favorite budget throwers out there. Recommend this to so many people because you just be surprised at how far something like this can throw. Quite easily making it through to the end. But again, not too much spill. As you can see, the circular spill on the ground, not much close by to me where I'm walking. A good sort of spotting light. Again with the SFT. Just move it off a bit and you can see what it looks like. Coming up next is the Wurkkos TD02. Okay, that's the highest mode. Let me just go cycle through again. 2, 3, 4, 5. And you know what? It reminds me of the SC18. Let me just grab the SC18 out again and let's compare. That's the SC18. TD02, SC18, TD02. They have almost identical beam profiles, but the TD02 seems to look, they're very, very similar, I have to say. And kind of as I suspected, when you look at the TIR lenses and the SST40s, they look almost identical. That's the TD02. That's the SC18. TD02, SC18. Well, what do you know? And finally, I've got the Convoy S2 Plus with the SFT40. Hey, look at that. Now this has some significant throw. This probably throws the furthest out of all these lights, besides the FC12 maybe. Just grab that FC12 out. FC12, Convoy S2 Plus. So look, yeah, the let's have a look on this tree there. S2 Plus, Convoy S2 Plus, and here you've got the Wurkkos. Yeah, Wurkkos has a smaller hotspot, but doesn't really look significantly brighter than the S2 Plus. I think the S2 Plus is just driven better. The driver just manages to sustain the output longer. Also depends on the battery, but yeah, quite similar sort of performance from those two.